hear me. Okay, let's see, the light's a little harsh there. Anyway, hopefully you can hear me and see me just fine. I'm waiting to see what pops up here. All right. So it looks like we are live. Today is Friday here in Bangkok. Friday, April 8th. All right, yeah, there we go. All day long. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. Right now, the Thai baht is 33.64 to the dollar. Let's just hope it keeps going up. The air quality is a lousy 137, which is one reason why I prefer to get out of Bangkok. The air quality is not very good. It is 83 degrees, high of 96, low of 77. The feel like temperature is 84 right now. It's getting back to where, other way. It's getting back to where it's hot again. That little cool spell has ended, which kind of sucks, but it's the way it goes. Winds 10 miles an hour to the west. Only 48% humidity, which it's not that bad of a day out right now, but it has been hot. It will get hot in the middle of the day. So if you're coming to Thailand, you're in Thailand, just figure that in the morning it's going to be a little bit warm, but it's pleasant. And in the middle of the day, it's going to get miserably hot. And then late in the afternoon, it should cool off a bit, but that's the norm. We'll see what happens. Maybe another cold spell will come in. We'll get lucky. Anyway, like I said, 33.64. That's very, very good. Today, we're going to talk about what's happening in Thailand. We got a few things to talk about. We're going to talk about Songkran Festival, what's happening here with that, with the more proposed changes, which they've been talking about for a while, but changes to the Thailand's entry requirements, the new tourism target for this year, and also yet another OnlyFans creator has been busted. I don't really get it, to be honest. And there's one sentence that they always like to bring up, and that is Thailand's morals. Oh, we've got to have high morals here. Well, then why don't you get rid of the prostitution scene, if that's what you really want? I mean, you know, it's like, it's the pot calling the kettle black. What else? Well, we got a bunch of other things too. Shall we have time? But welcome everybody. Thank you very much for being here. I'm going to give a couple of shout outs today, if I can pull everything up that I need. I'm running in slow motion today, which is kind of par for the course. Before I get started, you might notice that there is a message pinned to the top. Now through April 11th, take 20% off all merch and coffee. That's at AmericanInBangkok.com. That's my site. I'm still working on that. I'm working on another site for members, and it's probably going to be strictly members. I think that's how it's going to work, but I'm still working on it. I've only got so much time in the day, and I've been working harder than I have in a long time on just getting my website up to speed and doing everything a little bit better. I'm trying, you know, videos and all kinds of other stuff. I got a nice video coming up where I'm exploring Minbury. That'll be coming up, I believe, if not tomorrow, probably Tuesday. There'll be another video going up tomorrow. So things are happening slowly but surely. Let's see here if I can get to this. We're gonna spend a few minutes here. All right. I want to thank the members, my YouTube members. I want to thank them because all of you guys are the ones who help make everything happen. You are the ones who help make my travels happen. Thank you to Mr. Andy, Mr. Puya, GoGoHopping.com, Mr. David, Mr. Charles. Thank you very much. Stephen, Jim, Fire Dude, Beeson, John, Mr. John, Ryan, Patrick, JRD, Richard, Raymond, Suwon, John S., Sean Carroll, Patia Bob, good morning, Two Minds, Mr. Allen, Tim, Johnny Siam, Mindy, Mike, Charles, Lee, Tony, Henry from Scotland, Mr. LH, hey Patia Bob, Mr. Jim Urardi, and also Steven. So thank you to all my YouTube anti-chowderhead brigade. That's what I'm going to start calling you guys. Now, let me see if I can bring up some of the other people here, because we've got a lot of people. Let me see here what I can do. If I can find everybody. All right, members. I want another John. I want to thank to John, another guy, Dimitri. Okay. Well, if you got to ask, it's kind of like, with a woman, if you got to ask, then, hang on one second. Patia Bob, how are you doing? Good to see you back. Mr. Beeson, good to see you. Good to see everybody here. Let's see if I can get this internet running. Okay, here we go. Well, that's really what it is, SR. I mean, do you really want to eat that piece of chocolate cake? I mean, yeah, okay, I know it's good. It's hard to deny it, and do you want to say, honey, I like it, but no, you can't come over? How do you want to handle it? Do you abide by the one and go, hit it and quit it? Are you one of those who has the 3-time rule? I think if you do it 3 times, that's too many with the same one. If you're talking about running around in Thailand, there's no need for that. Maybe not right at the moment, but there are still plenty of women around for everybody. Okay, so thank you to David J., Ralph, oh, of course, Carl, who usually is in New York. I think he's somewhere else now. Mr. Carlos, we cannot forget about him. Mr. Billy Ray, Mr. Elaine, and of course, Mr. Jono. So thank you very much to everybody. And if you want to do something, hey, listen, really, you want to become a member, you want to do it, that's great. I appreciate that. But something else you can do is just go down below and click on the AmericanInBangkok.com link down there and pick up some merch. Yeah, get a shirt, get a mug, get some coffee, whatever. The coffee's all fresh roasted. It's fresh roasted the day that it goes out. If it's beans, Alpharetta, Jim, what's happening? Long time no see. And if it is ground coffee, it goes out the following day. Apparently because it needs to release some of the gases from the coffee beans. Anyway. Yeah, Bob, tell us about the spider. How the hell did you get bit by a spider that caused you such aggravation? He went to Thailand to get bit by a spider. So anyway, thank you to all those people, and you know what to do. Click, hit, smash, bang, pound, hammer the like button. And if you're not subscribed already, please feel free to do so. Subscribe. I would appreciate it. I don't know what it is, but let's see here. Okay. Yeah. All right, so let's hear this, Bob. Patia, Pete, and I. Is anybody who stays, is it Patia Carlos? Patia Bob, Patia Carlos, and Patia. Am I Bangkok Scott? I'll tell you what, when I was a bit younger, before I came here, and I had been coming here just to visit, and I was considering moving to Thailand. I don't know why, but I had a gold chain on with the little Buddha, you know, and they were calling me the little Buddha and all this kind of stuff, my friends. And then for some reason they were calling me Tommy. And then it became Tommy Bangkok. And I'm like, so that's my nickname now, Tommy Bangkok? And that's how it happened. I became Tommy Bangkok to my friends back home. Tree Town, you were at Tree Town talking to three ladies at an outdoor table, and I thought there was a mosquito, but the next day I see a little hole. Damn. You're a Banca Biscotto. Okay. Banca Biscotto. Well, I don't know how much longer I'll be Banca Biscotto, I can tell you that. Our plan is to move this year, but we're not sure yet. We got all kinds of things going on, and, you know, it's logistics. That's what it is. I mean, it's always financial, but it's not so much the finances as it is the logistics of where to go, when to go, who's going to be happy, who's not going to be happy, what does it mean to move somewhere. It's a big move now compared to how it used to be when I just pick up and go, I want to live somewhere else. That was a lot easier. Yeah, you got to be careful of these little critters. And I'll tell you what, like you guys know, those who have been watching know, when I went to Chumpon, the sand fleas got a hold of me. And man, those little things are a bitch, man. They are just a bitch. And I got bit to shit. I had to take, let me think here, about a week of, I had to take a week or so of, what is it called? You know, the allergy medicine. It was like a Benadryl kind of generic Benadryl in order to stop itching. And only now, really, I mean, I still feel it just a little bit, but only now have I stopped itching because of the sand fleas. So you don't want to mess around with any of these little critters here if you can help it. 2 days after the hole, could barely move the leg. They put me on a drip, 6,000 infusion, 5 days. Peter, surgery to cut out. Wait a minute, Peter went in? Peter got bit too? Doesn't your wife own some land in the south of Thailand? Yes, but I don't think she wants to live there. There are various reasons why. It's, for her, it's like going back in time, which is, she's not advancing. She's regressing. That would be regressing to her. Because she'd just be going back to where she grew up as a little kid, and things are, everybody is doing the same thing there that they were doing when she left, you know, that kind of thing. And I just, you know, her mother passed away at the place there, and you know, she's just, it's not a place where she really wants to go. And we haven't been there in a few years. She was talking about going back during Songkran, and I said, "Are you sure you want to go back there during this time?" But we're really leery of traveling before Songkran. I have some things to do after Songkran that I have to take care of, and so does she. But shortly after that, like the third week of this month, we may be able to take off and go somewhere. Good morning, Niall. How you doing? 5 days later, surgery to cut out the dead tissue and drain. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly, man. He's got some gnarly shit going on with him there. When you get nailed by a spider like that and it does that to you, you know it isn't good. Thing is I see spiders in our bathroom once in a while, and I always try to flush them, you know, throw some water at them and flush them down the drain, because I just don't want to take any chances, you know. So anyway, let's see here. Yeah, I don't mess around with them spiders, man. You know, you don't need to. It's spider, all these wild animals, especially here. The wife and I have been talking, one of the places we're talking about going, I want to go near the beach. You guys know that. So there's places down south, not all the way south, but like Prajuap and Hua Hin, where you can go and you can go hiking out in the woods and stuff, in the forest. I don't know if she really wants to do that, but Kangkachan, that's the national park, I believe north of Kanchanaburi, and it's relatively easy to get to, and I really would like to go there. The thing is there are tigers there. There's a tiger population there. There's a leopard population there. I start thinking about it, and I'm like, oh God. And I don't think about me so much as I think about her. Like, what would happen if we're like in a tent somewhere and she got yanked out of the tent by some leopard or something? You know, how would I feel going up there? And I'm like, maybe we shouldn't go there. Maybe we should stick to somewhere near the beach where they're not so prevalent, you know. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good thing the sand fleas didn't mess with the crown jewels. Yeah, they didn't go that high up. They only went up to really the back of my knees, and that's it. And they died off. Once I started taking, my wife was right. She goes, stop putting the cream on there. Go get some tablets. As soon as I started taking the tablets, everything got better. Take the small spiders to kill the leopards and tigers, yeah. Yeah, so, let's see here. Now, I was going to say, before I keep going here, you know, I went to the grocery yesterday. I have not been going to the grocery for more than a few items at a time, because Alex usually eats when he's out or he comes home, and my wife has something already made for him, and I don't really, and I'm just like, okay, so if I got food at home, I got cereal in the morning if I want to eat, I got eggs, I got oatmeal, so we have stuff for breakfast, and if he's eating lunch, whether he's at school or whatever, Nicholas is at school, he's eating there, she fends for herself, so we have not been going to the grocery that much. I go to the grocery yesterday to go get, you know, a dozen, maybe 15 things, and I was shocked because prices are just, they continue to go up, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? When you're in heat. Oh man, that's funny. It's highly unlikely though, Niall. Although the tigers in, you know, in Kangkachan are not all that big compared to like a Bengal tiger, but they're big enough. mean, look what a house cat can do to you. But I was really surprised at the prices because some of the stuff, it's just, you know, I used to get cheese for 99 baht, like you get 2 packs of cheese. It was always on special, but you know, it's on special all the time. Now it's 120 baht. The chicken, 86 baht. Now it's 116 baht. This is firm pricing now. They're not going to go back in their pricing. So you're talking about 30 baht from 86 baht. That's almost 40%. It's like, you know, 35%. That's a lot, man. And that's how some of the prices are going. I mean, I looked at one of those things that has nuts and dried fruit and stuff like that. I looked at a package of it. I was going to get some. And it was like 180 baht. I was like, that used to be like 120. Like, what the fuck is going on here? 180 baht? It's like, you know, it's more than $5, man. It's almost $6. So I'm a bit surprised at that, and there are some reasons why. And the war in Russia, or in the Ukraine rather, between Russia and Ukraine, is one of the reasons. The weather is balmy. It's not quite as hot as usual, but it will be hot very, very soon. I can feel it. I can feel it right now. Soy Dog Cowboy, how you doing? Now let me look at this here. Yeah, now the big thing is, you know, like, I forget who it was, the coffee guy there. Which guy was this? What's it called? Coffee and Coffee? I don't see the message now. Passports and Cigar Podcast. I don't know how I got coffee out of that. But yeah, they're supposed to meet, the CCSA, which I wish they would just get rid of them, to be honest. They're kind of like the CDC in the U.S., except worse, in my opinion. But, well, no, not really. Because once you get rid of them, that means, hey, Carlos, that means that things are truly going to change. Because as long as you have the emergency decree and the CCSA in place, you never know what's going to happen. And I think that this Songkran thing is a big deal, because the numbers are still rising here. The deaths are rising. It's not drastic. I mean, 91 deaths. But they're looking for a reason, in my opinion. They're still looking for a reason. They're looking for a reason to hold on to that power as long as possible. That's just an opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think so. Now, yeah, 26,000 new COVID cases, and 91 new fatalities. Day before that, it was 94 coronavirus-related fatalities. And so this is something that doesn't really look good. New fatalities were between the ages of 23 and 102 years old. And the thing is that they may still decide, oh, well, we're going to just, you know, keep things, we're going to keep testing, we got to keep testing, we got to keep testing. And I'll be honest, I'm so sick of this shit now. I don't even put my hand up for the temperature anymore. I'm starting to just, I don't care about it. If they want to say something to me, then they can say something to me. And I'll go ahead and, you know, put my hand up, I guess. Or I just won't go in. But the mask thing it's just, even my wife, you know, who's Thai, is, I don't want to say complaining, but she's complaining. It's like, you know, I'm so sick of walking around with a mask on. There's nobody around me. Why do I have to wear a mask? mean, and why do you got Fauci saying, yeah, you gotta wear the mask? Oh, by the way, do you know the mask, you're wearing them, there's no need to wear them. There's really no need. Well, make up your mind, dude. And so, the Thais, they listen to what goes on around the world. They're not stupid. They listen. Sometimes they shouldn't listen. They're moving in small steps. One could say, oh, things are progressing slowly but surely. I think at this point, most people are just like, all right, enough already. I talked to a guy the other day in the taxi, and he said to me, I've had 3 shots. He's like, what more do I have to do? He's like, why do I have to wear these masks? And he's 2 masks. My son did have COVID. Nicholas had COVID. And he said to me, this was like a weak cold. So, and he said it was nothing. I had a little bit of a cough, a little bit of a sore throat. It was a little bit of an aggravation. That's it. Wasn't anything where he was like laid up. Oh my God, I feel so miserable. Like when you have the flu and your body ache. He didn't get any of that. Now maybe that's because he's young and healthy and stuff. I don't know. He got through it quite well. Some people didn't get through it, and I understand that that's always an issue. There's always going to be people who don't get through it. But generally, those are people who are older and their immune systems are compromised. And to say that, that they would shut things down here, I hope it doesn't happen. I hope they don't do that. I think there's going to be a lot of pissed off people if they did that. Now, what we were talking about is, now you don't have to take a test, and I got this confused before, but now before you leave to come to Thailand, you don't have to take a PCR test. When you get to Thailand, you still have to take a test, and you have to take a test, well, not that you know of. I could say I don't have it either. I've never had any symptoms like that. I haven't been sick since I had my gallbladder out. You come into Thailand, you take the PCR test now, you wait, you get your results within a day, usually within 8 to 10 hours, which you're supposed to be in a hotel at that time that you have to pay for extra because it's a, medical hotel. And then on the 5th day, you have to take a test again. And that, I believe, is just a rapid test. But now they're talking about axing these. They've been talking about this. I mean, they put it in the news all the time. They're talking about axing the PCR test. They're talking about getting rid. Listen, just do it. Stop talking about it. Put it out one time. Meeting on Monday regarding PCR tests, hotels and tourism industry holding their breath, hoping for the best, something like that. But they're putting this out. They put this out all the time. The government will on Friday consider, well, it's supposed to be today is Friday. For some reason, I thought it was Monday. The government will on Friday consider scrapping mandatory RT-PCR tests for foreign visitors arriving in the country as it further eases entry rules to attract tourists. Anutin Chanwirakul, Deputy Prime Minister and Public Health Minister, said the Department of Disease Control will submit a proposal to end RT-PCR tests during a Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration meeting on Friday. If approved, foreign travelers would only need to take the antigen tests upon arrival, which still pisses people off. I can tell you that when I had to go into my kid's apartment for the first time, and I still don't understand why I had to do this, and I didn't like it, but I didn't want to make a scene. I didn't want to be an asshole on the first day that he's moving in. They asked me to take the test, and I was irritated by it. I'm like, why do I need to take the test? I've been vaccinated 3 times. What good is the goddamn test? What good is it if I'm going out and I'm going to come right back in. Today, I'm going to go out with him and go have some food and then come back right in. What's the point of that? Makes no sense. So, and I have not put this shirt out again. I had it out before, and it's not out right now, but I forgot all about it. Illogical logic is the norm. Ain't that the truth? Opus Karnkawinpong, Director General of the DDC, said the green light from the CCSA over the matter could see the new rule come into effect after the Songkran Festival, which starts on Wednesday. However, a source at CCSA said the shift to antigen tests may take effect next month. Well, what does that mean? It already said next month. After the Songkran Festival. They're not going to do it after the Songkran Festival. They've already said May 1st. They're going to stick to that just to be sure, because it takes a couple of weeks. They're going to see a spike. People are going to go home. People are going to get drunk. They're going to be hanging out with each other, which really shouldn't matter. On April 1st, the requirement for PCR test ended for visitors entering the kingdom under its Test and Go sandbox and quarantine program. They're going to have to drop the insurance requirement for tourists, because why are they going to pay 300 baht to come in here when they have insurance from the 300 baht? Why are they going to pay extra if their insurance doesn't cover them abroad? You know, they got some insurance that covers them back in the States or in the UK or whatever, wherever it is. Then they're going to come to Thailand. Oh, you have to have this insurance. Why? I'm paying 300 baht extra. That's supposed to be the insurance coverage. That's supposed to be my insurance. Now, they haven't put that into effect yet, but they're going to have to get rid of that, and they're going to have to get rid of these rapid tests. And I'm talking from the standpoint that where I'm sitting, which is an expat, I don't care if I'm an expat or a tourist. Hey, thanks a lot there, Carlos. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Cool beans, man. As my son said the other day, he goes, "What does that mean?" I said, "I don't really know. I just know that you say cool beans." Choke D to you. Precautions will be put in place for interprovincial travel and activities during the festival. What kind of precautions? Please get real. They need to get real. What kind of precautions are they going to put in? When you go into the province, they're going to stop every car. They're not going to do it. They didn't do it before when it was at its worst, and they're not going to do it now. The forecast is that daily infections could hit 50,000 on April 19th, 4 days after Songkran. Hey, good morning, Andy. On May 5th to 6th, the number of daily number of patients suffering from lung inflammation could reach 3,000 with about 900. It could. I don't know. I don't know where he is. He could be sitting there, you know, laying on the bed listening while he's doing other stuff, or he could be out. I don't know what he's doing, because I don't think his living arrangements are quite the same as they used to be. He's around. He's messaging every day with his little TikTok videos. All right, so I don't want to talk about this anymore. But we already know that it's not a good situation, and things should be better. I will be going out. I don't know when, but probably in the next month. There you go. You see? Is that how you gauge it? My friend used to say that. He's like, you know, I used to sit here, and if my wife wasn't around, he said I wouldn't take a shower for 2 or 3 days. And then he'd go, but then if I started smelling the funk coming up, he'd be like, all right, I'd hit the shower. I have been meaning to go, and I don't particularly like this area, but I'll just go to have a couple of beers to Khao San Road, because my wife wants to go there. She's like, we should go there at night. I mean, you know, we don't go out that much. We'll go out there, we'll have a couple of beers, have something to eat, and we'll leave. I said, okay. So you can stream there, you can shoot some video, which I have been shooting more video now and streaming less, which is what I kind of want to do. But there is a video coming up tomorrow or Tuesday of a little time I spent in a Minbury slum. or project or low-income housing. I don't know what people want to call it now. I have no idea. I know how to say it in Thai. Chumchon air art. I don't know how to say it in English now. I don't know what the proper terminology is. Now, there's a survey out, according to the Bangkok Post survey. According to the latest survey conducted by the University of the Thai Chamber of Commerce, spending during the upcoming Songkran Festival is expected to plunge by 5.4% this year to 107 billion baht. I don't think that's all that much, 5.4%. People remain worried about the high cost of living, particularly as it is driven by rising oil prices and persistent COVID infections in the country. Now, I gotta say something about this. There is something that will stop people from traveling, and that is high oil prices, high cost of travel, getting back and forth to wherever you want to go. But also, I noticed, man, I looked for, where was it that I was looking? It was somewhere on the coast. I don't think it was all the way down. Maybe it was Petchbury. I'm not sure, but anyway, I thought, they should have some guest house there. Listen, there should be some guest house that are 400, 500 baht, 600 baht. You should be able to find those quite easily. They're not as prevalent as you may think. Now, I was watching a video that my wife suggested about this girl who went very near to Chumpon. She's a movie, I don't know if you want to call her a star. She's an actress, but she's also got a YouTube channel. I don't remember her name, and it doesn't really matter, but she went to this homestay, and it was this little wooden room. The whole place was made of wood, and it was over the water, and they cooked her, fresh fish, fresh squid, and believe me, they were about 3 times the size of the squid that I ate in Chumpon. It was very, very nice. She was relaxing there, and as she says, it was very chill, which is what they say in Thai, chill. And she was, there having a good time, and beautiful place. And my wife goes, why don't you check and see how much it is there? She goes, it's got to be really cheap. And she goes, we can go down there for like a day or two. And I go, okay, that sounds good. So I look, the place was 2,200 baht. I'm like, 22, it was a freaking wooden shack. And because it was over the water and it was a homestay, and that did not include the food, it was 2,200 baht. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Now, are people going to pay this when they come back? Are they going to be like, listen, I used to pay $20 for this room, but I'll pay $75 now. I'm just so desperate to come back to town. I'm going to pay $75 now. I don't know. But I can tell you that for me, it stopped me from going there. I was like, I'm not paying that much to go stay there. There's no air conditioning. They didn't even have a fan in the place. Now maybe you don't need it because it's right on the water. But I'm like, man, things are changing. I came to the conclusion the other day, and I've come to this conclusion several times, that I am no longer, when you're young, you think, yeah, man, I'm one of the cool ones. Yeah, man, I'm hanging out with my friends. We got all the cool stuff going on, We do everything. We go to the cool places. We do cool stuff. I don't feel that way anymore. I see some of these kids, and I'm like, what the hell are they doing? I saw something about these 2 guys called the Island Boys. I stumbled onto them. I go, what in the fungulo is this? I'm like, I don't want to be like that. If that's cool, I don't want to be cool. I'm cool just being myself. I don't have a problem with that. I'll be myself. Whether people think I'm a hipster doofus or not, whatever. Anyway, I had to say that. Island boy, oh yeah. To me, they're a bunch of idiots, but what do I got to? Well, the chowder heads. According to the survey, the most popular activities during the 5-day vacation start April 13th. That is travel and merit making. Well, I won't be doing any of that. People are likely to opt to visit nearby tourist destinations to reduce travel expenses because of high oil prices. And that's another thing. Just getting around has gotten a bit more expensive. We noticed it. My wife noticed it. She's like, grab us out of their mind. They want 400 baht to go here. I can take a regular taxi. It'll cost me 250. You know, that kind of thing. So, there are some changes going on. The government is maintaining stringent social distancing measures. Come on, why are they even putting this out? Including a prohibition on water splashing and other celebrations associated with the holiday, such as powder smearing. These activities have been deemed as increasing the risk of contracting COVID-19. The country is still battling the high number of COVID-19 infections. Now, I understand they're like, oh, we want safety, we don't want to get too carried away, blah, blah. Okay, how about we don't want to waste our water? I don't think it's going to affect tourism at all. The Thais don't care. They're going to be playing with water. You think the Thais out in the villages aren't going to be splashing water? I mean, really. Now, the older people, they don't want to play around in song like me. I don't really care. I don't need to go out and get all wet and get splashed and get powder on. I don't care. I've done it. Been there, done that 10 times over. But for the tourism industry, it's a big deal. And let's see here. Business operators in the private sector should cap their prices or raise prices gradually to help alleviate the hardship of higher living costs. Yeah, good luck with that. Mr. Tanavat said, remains optimistic the economy can manage growth of 3 to 4% this year, although many research houses have cut the country's economic prospects to only a 2.5 to 3% gain this year. To me, they're guessing. All right, I just think they're guessing. All right, we went over this. Let's see, did we go over this? Yeah, we went over that. We went over this and that. Let's see here. I had good hotel deals, but that's me being a 7-week. Yeah, but Andy, you were here a couple of weeks ago. Things are changing now. They know that people are coming back. They want to start raising their prices so that when the people come back, prices are back up to normal or whatever. Near Anut, I don't know about that. There's 2 islands in the middle of Chao Phraya, and I've been to both of them and streamed from both of them. Tourists want to get drunk and laid more than play with water. Well, that's true. They do. The men do. I mean, let's face facts. But there are other things to do, for sure. They don't necessarily want to go to bars. And it's funny, when I put that little video, the clip from the stream of me going to that girl's bar, Ban Kun Ta, somebody actually commented and said, oh, 10 o'clock in the morning drinking beer. That's like some of the Aussies I know who drink every day like that. I'm like, I have one freaking beer and I got people commenting on it. It's like, I would have drank at 7 o'clock in the morning because it was so goddamn hot. All I care about is how hot it is. That's all I care. And a beer tastes good when it's really hot. To me, a beer tastes really, really good when it's hot. I can't believe they're playing Fleetwood Mac right now, which means that this video is going to be demonetized. Can you guys hear me all right? Because I'm using a lav mic today, which I don't usually do. Now, the Tourism Council of Thailand, their target now is at least 16 million foreign tourists this year, which they hope will help revive the slumping tourism industry. The fallout of the Russian-Ukraine war has caused fuel prices to increase by almost 40%, resulting in higher cost of travel, so local travel has slowed down in the first quarter, which is why you need to take an electric boat. Man, those things are the best. I love those things. If I could live on one of those, and I saw a video about this couple who they spent a couple days on this boat that is fully, it's a yacht, and it's fully solar, powered by solar. What a fantastic vessel that thing is, man. Oh my God. I mean, they had like something like 5 dozen batteries in there. %89% of hotels and resorts are operating in the first quarter, showing that almost all operators have resumed business. Not many foreign tourists visited the kingdom during the period, forcing some businesses to start laying off staff. It is expected that more staff would be laid off in the next quarter if the situation does not improve. The lady who owns the what do you call the place? The Moonshine Resort that I stayed at. She told me, she said, as long as the tourists come back in the next few months, I'll be okay. Because she's just getting by with Thai tourists. But when the foreign tourists start coming and more Thai tourists start coming, she should be doing fairly well, which seems to be the case with most places, because a lot of places have said they're squeaking by the hair of their chinny chin. I could have said something else, but I didn't. Most hotel operators have called on the government to abolish RT-PCR test for arriving tourists. Everybody wants this gone. So at the moment, I think people are willing to accept that some of these restrictions might be beneficial for the safety aspect of what's going on, you know, we'll see. But in another 3 months, if things don't change, I don't know if they're going to be so tolerant. All right, let me read some of these here. Huyaiban. No water activities. Yeah, well, there are some places that are big enough that they're not going to be able to stop it. Gas prices will eventually come down, yes. Anatol hasn't lost a dime. We could easily lower our gas costs, but Biden has to appease AOC, and on the other crazy... Yeah, I'm so sick of those. I can't, you know... That's why you need a balance, and unfortunately, those. All I can say is, yeah, I just don't. I don't like them. Oh, we have a Western chick. Okay. All right, let me read some of this other stuff. The country would need 16 million foreign tourists and 75 million trips by domestic tourists to generate some 1.2 trillion baht in tourism income to reach 40% of the pre-COVID level. I just don't see that happening. I don't know. And, you know, the thing is that it could happen. I mean, I'm very pessimistic and I'm very skeptical about seeing all these numbers. And again, they're going to have to return to how it was before. That means no insurance coverage necessary and no test. No, 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 no. I get on the plane and I go there. That's what it takes. You're vaccinated? Okay, you can come in. You're not vaccinated? Okay, you're going to have to test when you come in, but we'll give you the rapid test. Then people are going to start coming in droves. And I didn't know if they would, but I think now they will. Maldives tourism has outpaced 2019. Thailand will be lucky to get 10% of 2019. Tomorrow, everyone go and buy an electric vehicle that's not abundant enough at affordable prices, and there's no infrastructure to support them at those numbers. Well, that's probably because they don't want them to be. If they really wanted to be, if they needed to be, it would happen. I mean, you know, what's to say? Listen, in the future, you don't know. Things could be solar powered, wind powered. You know, boats are wind powered. I mean, come on. It can happen. It's going to take time, and I don't know that in my lifetime I'm going to see full conversion from the gas engine to batteries or some other method. I don't see that happening. Well, we've been saying that for months and months, Carlos, but I think we're at the final stand now. We're at a time, if by say the end of June nothing has changed, people are going to be like going, "What's the point?" And for some of them, they're in a bad situation because they have to do whatever they can just to survive, you know. All right, let me see this here. All right, we know that 16. Well, you should do that whether you're sick or not, though. See, that's the thing. Wash your hands after you take a shit, after you take a piss. Wash your hands before you eat. You know, if you're going to cough, don't cough on somebody. You know, and if you're going to spit, like if I ever spit, I make it a point to spit off in the dirt somewhere if I can find some. I don't want to be spitting loogies onto the pavement for other people to walk on. I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting enough just to spit it into the dirt somewhere. But, you know. Well, I don't know. Here's another thing that we didn't think about. Maybe this is one of the reasons why the prices of food is going up. I mean, listen, I know it wasn't that long ago when you could get a good Thai meal for 20 to 30 baht. It was not that long ago. Now it's 50, 60 baht. It's ridiculous. I mean, if I get a oyster omelet, man, it's 100 baht, man, 80 baht, whatever, you know. But here's the kicker. Thai farmers' expenditures on fertilizers are expected to go up by 2 to 3 times this year due to the sharp rise in global prices because of the Russia-Ukraine war and the restrictions on exports by the two countries. Spending on imported fertilizers this year is expected to soar to 200 billion baht, from 200 billion baht to 300 billion baht. The estimate is that Thai farmers would have to spend more than 100 billion baht than the cost in 2015 when they spent about 110 billion. So now they have to spend 210 billion. The prices on global fertilizer markets have shot up after both Russia and Ukraine restricted exports to reserve for domestic use since the middle of last year. The war in March aggravated the situation when Russia banned exports of fertilizers and precursor chemicals to 48 countries that joined the international boycott against Moscow. Well, fuck you, Russia. Fuck you, China, and fuck you, Russia. Oh, did I say the F word? Excuse me. No, not excuse me. Don't excuse me. I don't care. Fuck you, Russia, fuck you, China. Actually, I should say your governments. The price of fertilizers in Thailand have increased by over 100%. For example, the price of nitrogen-based fertilizers increased from 12,000 to 15,000 baht per ton to about 30,000 to 35,000 per ton. That's more than double. That's crazy. The 5 crops that would be affected the most by rising prices would be rice, with an estimated increase in cost of 69 billion baht, sugarcane with an increase in 44 billion, oil palms with an increase of 6 billion, rubber trees, which is my wife's family has rubber trees, with an increase of 29,000 baht, and corn with an 29 billion baht, and corn with an increase of 18 billion baht. It's crazy. It's the way it works, though. It's economics. All right, let me see here what we're looking at. We already talked about the easing of the rules. I do like the infrastructure and how it's progressing in Bangkok. It's quite good. And Bangkok's western outer ring road is about 78% complete and should be ready for traffic by January of next year. That will connect 2 motorways, aiming to solve some traffic problems here. We'll be linking the M6 rather, and M81 motorways, and more in the future in a bid to reduce traffic jams. All right, I don't really know what that means, but anything that reduces traffic, makes things easier to get around, I'm all for. And if you have not taken that electric boat, watch my video, wherever it is. Watch the video. I mean, I know the one is a bit long, but there is a reason for it. And that is so that you can relax and see just how relaxing it is when you watch it. It really is fantastic. I'm so impressed by that. And I'm going to give you the link to it. War, press go back down. Renegade, lots of cool things. Sound money is the only answer. Money that governments, banks cannot control. Print. Yeah, all right, so now they're opening up. Yeah, I wish you were back a little bit sooner, because I'm going to go down there towards the end of the month, but I'm not going to stay for more than a day, 2 days. Everybody's coming in. See, they're checking their temperatures. We've got 10 years left before it gets really ugly. Well, something else that you guys may not be thinking about is water, drinking water. That's going to be a problem. Spend time and energy on peace talks. Prices return to normal. You're welcome. Yeah, well, I wish it was that easy. It sounds like me when I was a little kid talking to my mother. Can't we just talk and that way we don't have to fight? Yeah, well, some people don't want to give. I like the spaceman. He's got so many ideas, so many solutions, and they sound so simple. He makes them sound so simple. Anyway, let me see what else is going on here. All right, it says here, this is from Bangkok Jack. No Songkran for Khao San Road. Oh, and of course he's got a show of, Jesus Christ, this chick's got a sick body, man. He's got to show a picture of a bunch of chicks in bikinis. They look like they're standing out in front of a bar, not anything else. Business owners in the Khao San area of Bangkok have decided to cancel plans for Songkran celebrations this year, citing the multiple restrictions with which they would have to comply. Hey, Dallo, how you doing? President of the Khao San Road Business Operators Association, Sanghao Ruang Watanakun, said association members have met to discuss the required safety measures, such as being held accountable if revelers remove their face masks. The only thing that I've had said to me in like the 2 years or 2.5 years this has been going on, when I was on the train and the guy saw me walking forward without the mask, he goes, "Oh, the mask." I said, "Oh, yeah. Then I went back, sat down, put the mask on for 2 seconds, and I took it off. Nobody else was wearing their freaking mask, and if they were, good for them. The businesses in the Khao San area sought permission to hold water splashing events on the road, which have been the hallmark of its Songkran celebrations, attracting several thousands of both local and foreign participants each year to start the COVID-19 pandemic 2 years ago. The association had already notified the district office about its decision to cancel the planned celebrations. However, he said there is a small group of business owners who insist on holding celebrations, albeit without water splashing. For the Khao San area as a whole, he said it will be normal business for the operators during the Songkran holidays, as he anticipates 30 to 40% hotel room occupancy rate. He also expects more Thais to visit the area to dine and drink during the festive week. That's what my wife had said. So, there are Thais that want to go there. But as we've seen, at least from a few months ago, very few people on Khao San Road during the day. I mean, it's almost empty. Now, we'll be going at night, so I'm anxious to see how it will look at night. All right, now we got something to talk about here you guys will like. All right, let me read this first here before we get into that. International travelers trickle back into Bangkok, but hoteliers say it's not enough. Suvarnabhumi Airport has seen a significant increase in international travelers since Thailand scrapped its pre-COVID pre-travel PCR test requirement last Friday. That's the general narrative, although the published numbers don't stand up to close scrutiny. Bangkok's aviation hub saw an average of more than 11,600 daily arrivals from abroad touchdown in the Big Mango from April 1st to April 4th. Reported also by the Bangkok Coast, Thai government's English media, Thai PBS World. But looking at the apparent flood of travelers coming back into the country another way, Suvarnabhumi has served an average of 141 national flights each day for the first 4 days of April, compared to an average of 137 flights per day in March, a mere 3% increase. So it appears that the planes in the first 4 days of April had a lot fewer empty seats than the average of the March arrivals. It should also be noted that the largest contingent of arrivals over the past few months have been mostly returning Thais, along with expats, business people, and of course, tourists. So, just like before, oh, there's so many people coming in. The vast majority of them are people who live here. As travel restrictions relax, more flights will land at Suvarnabhumi Airport to accommodate the increasing number of passengers who want to travel to Thailand relatively hassle-free. At least that's what tourism authorities hope will happen. Okay, here's something. Travelers to Thailand will still find themselves hard-pressed to get on a plane without a negative PCR test, regardless of whether it's needed to enter Thailand under Thailand Pass or not. That's interesting. So if the airline determines you need to show a test before you get on their plane, you're going to need to show a test, which that sucks. Meanwhile, reportedly faster PCR tests are on arrival do not eliminate the pre-departure requirement of booking an SHA Extra Plus hotel to apply for the required Thailand Pass. Good luck getting a refund, even if you find you don't need to spend the night there. Thai hoteliers are likewise not appeased. They want a more thorough removal of entry restrictions in line with countries like Malaysia, Cambodia, and Singapore. While the removal of the pre-arrival PCR test may have resulted in a modest increase in the number of overseas arrivals, in reality, it's only made Thailand's depressed travel industry a little less worse, according to the president of the Thai Hotels Association, Marissa Sukason Nunbakdi. After the heavy lifting of the pre-arrival test, we are seeing a climb in international arrivals. It is a very slow climb. The numbers are still very small and not nearly enough for a full recovery. I agree, wholeheartedly. Get rid of the mask also. You know, oh, you're vaccinated, but you're going to have to come in. You don't have to test, but you're going to have to wear a mask when you walk around. People are going to be like, fuck you. We're not coming. And that's listen, it's okay for me. I don't really care. I'm here. For me, you know, I mean, I do care, but, at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to change the world. I'm not going to change what's happening. The less people here, the better for me. I mean, really, when I'm traveling, I don't have to. I noticed that yesterday there was a couple of Chinese tourists walking around in the mall screaming at the top of their lungs. And I'm like, oh, they're coming back. The numbers are still very small, not nearly enough for a full recovery. To get a larger flow of incoming visitors, the government must do away with all restrictions. See, they know what's necessary, but the government is like, no, we don't want to let go of the power. We're not sure, safety, we need to take care of our little kids. To get a larger flow, the RT, okay, so yeah. Meanwhile, the Tourism Authority of Thailand plans to attract more than 1 million tourists from neighboring nations in Southeast Asia by the end of the year. Their secret weapon travel packages. They make absolutely no sense to me. I don't get it. They're supposedly going to target foreign tourists with special deals. They have a campaign out, it's like Amazing Thailand. Well, now it's Experience Amazing New Chapters. That's their new campaign slogan. They're cooperating with SHA Plus Certified and SHA Extra Plus. I can't get over this. It's like, can we just stick? We don't need to stick to. We don't need to change to. It's like new Tide, new extra strength Tide, new and improved extra strength Tide. Well, that's what they're doing here. SHA Plus certified and SHA Extra Plus certified establishments in the 10 pilot provinces of Phuket, Krabi, Phang, Koh Samui, Chiang Mai, Chonburi, Phetchaburi, Prachuap Khiri Khan, Buriram, and Bangkok to launch various packages and special deals for international tourists and expats through the tourismthailand.org Experience Amazing website. Besides special deals, travelers will stand a chance to win luxurious accommodation packages from establishments across Thailand worth more than 100,000 baht. Listen, I hate to tell you, but I don't think $3,000 is going to be enough to entice people to come here from their country if they don't want to come. I mean, that's not that much money. All right, let me take a look at this website, if it'll load. Let me see something. Farang reading Tumat, okay. Carlos, we're putting in a Thai-style outside kitchen. Cool, I will pick post photos. Well, there is a reason why they do that, and it's because if they're using a gas wok and things blow up, it's outside, not inside the house. I never liked the Thai-style kitchens. I like the indoor air-conditioned kitchen. Funny, we just bought Nicholas a wok and a rice cooker. And he needs to cook outside on his balcony. I mean, if he really wanted, he could do it inside. However, I don't think that's going to happen. That was pretty funny. She walked with conviction to that door. I can't get through. I love that. They just walk like, this door's open. Go straight for it. They don't do it, they're not tentative about pushing the door open. Funny as hell. Did I start my own Samlor business in, you mean tuk-tuk? You want a Samlor business? What the hell do you want that for? I'm gonna say no. Get some rickshaws. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Once again, it's a must because of spicy cooking. Well, that too. The spicy cooking is a big reason. I forgot about that. But there are times when I walk by people cooking food in the markets, and I smell the spice. I'm like, damn! I gotta get away from there. The main kitchen will be indoors, but separate from the main house with a built barbecue. Well, that's a good thing. A pizza oven too. Well, you're going all out, man. Could I rent Nicholas's bedroom when I get there? I don't think he'll allow you to do that. Although if you fork over a bunch of money, I'm sure that he'll cough it up. Yes, Stella, it makes sense, but I like cooking also, not dripping sweat. Pizza oven, nice, mesquite, da-da-da-da. We put in a European kitchen with a hot plate and dishwasher, and no one knows how to work anything. Sounds about right. Yeah, or it makes you cough. And now, nowadays, if you cough, you COVID? You, mister, you COVID? No, I'm cooking. I got spicy food, and no, I think you have COVID. You had the COVID. Anyway, listen, we got to talk about something here, because this is really important, especially to you guys. Police have arrested a Thai OnlyFans star who is making approximately 100,000 baht a month. Now, I didn't catch this until I went back and reread the article the second time. I saw police arrested a woman known as Dreamy Dow. But actually what it said was police arrested a trans woman known as Dreamy Dow, for producing and disseminating pornographic content in the northeastern province of Khon Kaen. On Tuesday, Dreamy Dow was making 100,000 baht every month by posting explicit content on the OnlyFans website. Khon Kaen raided 20-year-old Dreamy Dows. Why can't they get her real name? Dreamy Dow? Yeah, that sounds like a OnlyFans name. They raided her room to find a large number of pornographic videos and 17 other items, including filming equipment and props, used in the production of explicit content. I wonder what those props were. Did they keep them for their own personal... the police obtained an arrest warrant from Khon Kaen Provincial Court on April 4th after a crime investigation unit discovered a Twitter page, which Dreamy Dow used to advertise the explicit content. Police subscribed to the Twitter page to collect evidence. Wow, they're getting up there, man. Dreamy Dow was arrested for making, producing, and possessing and disseminating obscene pornographic content which is accessible to the general public. The OnlyFans star used a Twitter page with 120,110 followers. Now it's probably only got 120,109 followers because the police stopped following once they arrested her. And a line group to advertise her OnlyFans content. Subscribers could pay a monthly subscription fee of 234 baht or a lifetime subscription fee of 590 baht to gain access to her pictures and videos. Dreamy's content attracted 430 members in total. Math doesn't really add up. Dreamy Dow posted one pornographic clip every day. She was studying, or I don't know, are you supposed to say that? She was studying at a vocational college in Roy Et province, but wasn't studying on campus due to the COVID-19 pandemic, so she moved to Khon Kaen to look for friends and make an income. Dreamy Dow chose to make a living through OnlyFans and made an impressive 100,000 baht a month. Dreamy Dow told police, they just love to write her name, or its name. Dreamy Dow told police there was no one else involved in the operation. Police believe there are more people involved and said they will investigate further. Thai police, listen to this one. Thai police began cracking down on OnlyFans content creators last year. A well-known creator, Nong Kai Now, which is bad egg, who raked in 1 billion baht in a 3-month period, was arrested with her boyfriend last September. 1 billion baht? Holy shit, man. Whether posting explicit content should be illegal or not is a dividing issue in Thai society. The liberal argument is that the OnlyFans creators can choose what kind of content they post and choose the price and can do it from the safety of their home citizens. To me, I'm like, what are the freaking police worried about this shit for? I mean, as long as there's no illegal activities going, there's no trafficking or any of that kind of stuff going, what does it matter? God damn, they worry about this stuff like, for what? Netizens have criticized police for the crackdown and say they should be fighting real crime. There you go. Chief of the Cyber Crime Investigation Bureau, Kanchai Klung, compared arresting OnlyFans creators to killing a chicken in front of monkeys, a Thai saying, which means punishing someone in order to deter others from doing the same. Kai Gai Na Ling. Kang Na Ling. I don't know. Kanchai wants to continue making an example out of OnlyFans creators to uphold the good, it says morale, but I think they mean morals of Thailand, he said. This was translated from the Thai Rot website. Can you believe that? Hang on a second. Let me read this stuff here. Dreamy download. Oh God. Dallo, you gotta admit that's funny as hell. Dreamy Dallo. Oh my God. Oh. That was not porn, it was a Chinese COVID test. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. My boyfriend was just administering the Chinese COVID test. Well, this is a very good excuse to get wasted. Oh, every day's a party, man. Come on. I've come to the conclusion I need to drink a little bit more. What about an American in Bangkok fans only phone fans only? Only fans channel? Yeah, probably wouldn't have any fans. Nobody wants to pay. Not many people, at least. Plenty of gay guys would join it. It matters to police because they want their cut. There you go. 48 viewers and only 15 thumbs up. Well, I'm showing 29 thumbs up, 30 thumbs up. But thank you. Hit it, guys. Smash it. Hit it and quit it. Hit it and don't quit it. Daddy Bears Only Fans. Chucky would run the site and it would be named Daddy Bears All. Carlos. All right, man. You take it easy, huh? Have fun. Stay tuned for the Daddy Bears site. Oh, God. There's the answer to life's problems. Just go on OnlyFans and bear all. Become a daddy bear. Jesus Christ. Well, it's funny that they only put, it was only in the article one time where it said trans. To me, that really was strange. I don't even know. I'm speechless. I am without speech. Thank you, Dallo, for my first payment. Aren't I lucky? Appreciate that. Oh, it makes me laugh, though. But, I'm kind of like, this is something you have to pay to get onto. And that's what I really don't understand. You have to pay to get on there. So technically you should be an adult. And, I don't know why they care about what people are doing behind closed doors. They act like they act like this country is so moral. But it's not. If you really want to look at it, it's not. You got all these guys who, they're married and they say they love their wives and all that, and then here they are, they're going to every freaking soapy they can. That's the way they do it here in Thailand. They're going as much as they can, as often as they can, and it's like, oh, it's no big deal, and that's good morals. You really want to talk about it. Don't act like because this, I don't know what you would call this person. Dreamy Dow. Dreamy Dow. Dreamy Dow. Don't act like because, they're trying to make a living. And just, listen, 100,000, even in Thailand, she ain't getting rich. She's probably investing it back into the business. She probably thought, I'm going to make a bundle here. She's thinking of that billion baht in 3 months. A billion baht in 3 months? That's crazy money. crazy money. All right, I'm looking at this site here. Experience amazing tourism. Special deals you shouldn't miss. Yo-Yo Land. Package to Pipi Maya. Pile Lagoon. It says 1,399 baht. Layana Resorts and Spa. Ooh, looks very nice. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of money. I don't know how the hell they got that much money. Package, special price, 1,399. That's probably like, okay, yeah, it's just a day-long trip. National park fee, 400 baht for a foreigner. All right, so I guess you leave in the morning, and you get lunch, you get the transfer, you're insured, you get some fruit, you get an English-speaking guide, life jacket, mask, and snorkels, coffee or tea at the port. That's something, I guess. Who knows how they come up with it, you know? Haven't heard a thing about Joe. One night, 4,200 baht. This is at Koh Lanta. Koh Lanta. See, I like my way of doing things. I go looking for places that there aren't many people. There's lots of sand fleas, but there's not many people. All right, now, some sad news. Tourists ignore red flags. Thai man drowns, foreigner rescued. So if you see a red flag on a beach, you don't go swimming because strong waves and currents. And those beaches out there in Phuket and Samui, that area, they tend to have a lot of strong undercurrents. 4 Thai tourists ignored a red flag warning on the beach and went swimming anyway in strong waves at Chaweng Beach of Koh Samui in the southern province of Surat Thani on Wednesday. 1 person drowned, but 4 others survived. Staff from a jet ski rental business on the beach reported that 1 foreigner was also saved not long before an incident involving Thai tourist happened. Yesterday, Koh Samui's mayor Chayapon Intarasupa said he received a report of 4 Thai tourists who were about to drown in Chaweng Beach. The rescue team and local jet ski riders managed to bring all of them ashore. 3 women and 1 man were sent to the hospital. All the women were reportedly in good condition, but the man, Jakapan Bunchanya, was in critical condition and didn't make it. The news comes after the Thai Meteorological Department this week issued a 24-hour stormy weather warning for Phuket, Krabi, Trang, Satun, Phang Nga, on Tuesday, while a large storm front blew in from the Andaman Sea. Winds ranging from 15 to 30 kilometers an hour and heavy to very heavy rain was predicted to cover about 70% of the coastal area, as well as thunderstorms and waves 2 meters high. Which, if you're on a boat out in the middle of the ocean, 2 meters, I mean, they're not huge, but they're you might get a little seasick, but they're not massive. You probably won't die from that. You won't tip the boat over. But if you're inshore and you don't know what you're doing and there's undercurrent, you're screwed. So if you see red flags out there, don't go swimming. The foreign victim was lucky to be saved by a jet ski rider nearby. Warning for tourists not to go swimming, but many had complained, insisting their swimming skills were strong enough. So there you go. You might think you're a strong swimmer, but most people are not. Meanwhile, Koh Samui's mayor has warned all tourists not to ignore red flags and other warnings. He also urged locals and shop owners along the beach to help take care of tourists to prevent similar situations from happening again in the future. You know, and the jellyfish, yeah, you got to worry about the jellyfish, and that's what my wife was saying to me. She said, when you went to Chumpon, were there many jellyfish? I said, I don't know, because I didn't see any. You know, so there are some things you got to worry about. You got to worry about spiders, just ask Patia Bob. You have to worry about jellyfish, riptides, the undercurrent. Generally, you don't have to worry about big waves in Thailand. You have to worry about them in Indonesia. They got some massive waves in Indonesia, especially. Let me see what the name. It's G-land, but I forget what they call what the real name of it is. And dog poisonings, I hate to say this, but dog poisonings are on the rise in Thailand, which I don't understand that. I don't care how much they're barking or what they're doing, or if you can't take care of them. That's not how you deal with it. A woman in the northeastern province of Nakhon Ratchasima, which is Korat, claims she has evidence that 7 of her beloved dogs have been poisoned to death. She thinks she knows the culprit and has filed a complaint at the local police station in the hope they will be prosecuted. Dog poisoning is sadly a regular occurrence all over Thailand, with both stray dogs and family pets often subjected to lethal attacks. 7 out of 10 dogs belonging to 44-year-old Pritsana Kauratok have died from poisoning, she reported. She claims her dogs have been poisoned over 10 times. One of her neighbor's dogs also died from expected poisoning. She has evidence of the blue pills used to poison the dogs, which she is using to support her police complaint at Nakhon police station. She suspects one of her neighbors is the culprit and says the person has poisoned many pets in the local area. Now that's something to me that they ought to be thrown in jail. Plain Khun Beach, which is known as G-land, it's situated on Grachagan Bay in Alas Puro National Park, East Java. And it's reached by a boat charter from Bali. It's a place where a lot of top-notch surfers go. Now that's, if you don't know what you're doing there and you think you're just going to run out there and go surfing, I think you might want to think again. It might be the last time you go surfing. She has tried to speak to them about their motivations, but Pritsana said the suspected culprit refused to speak with her. The events have instilled fear into the hearts of local dog owners who have resorted to tying up their dogs with chains or keeping them in cages to protect them from the neighborhood's serial dog poisoner. Thailand's streets are overrun with dogs. Many of the soy dogs are born on the streets and don't have owners. Many of the dogs on the street do in fact have owners, but are given the freedom to roam the streets. Usually the dogs with owners wear collars. Thailand street dogs are not for everyone. They often hang out in packs and sometimes attack pedestrians or motorcycle riders. Sometimes the attack can't be helped. However, in most cases, making yourself look big, growling and stomping your feet at the dog is usually enough to scare them off. Or you carry a big stick. My friend Me was my stick. That was my big stick. And now that I think about it, every time I go walking, I should bring one, because just getting bit. If you get bit and they really take a good piece of you, it ain't gonna be fun. Cleaning out a dog bite wound is not fun. Street dogs can smell fear, and those who run the other way are usually the ones to get chased and rarely attacked. Yeah, you don't want to run. You got to stand your ground. If you live or travel to Thailand, it is recommended to get vaccinated against rabies. I can't even remember when I got vaccinated against rabies. If you get bitten by any wild animal, it is recommended to seek medical help immediately and get a post-exposure prophylactic rabies shot, which is very painful, apparently. Some people take it upon themselves to tackle the problem of soy dogs by poisoning them. Other times, family pets are targeted in their own yards, of which the motivation can't really be explained. Probably because they're barking, they won't stop, they get aggressive when somebody walks by, who knows. It's only assumed that a sliver of the dog poisonings that take place across the country actually get reported. Thailand's dogs need help. There are many NGOs through the country who take the soy dogs in, get them vaccinated, and either release them back into the streets or look for ways to rehome them. However, the number of stray dogs in Thailand is estimated to be around 1 million, far outweighs the capacity of the organizations who have no government funding and rely on donations to operate. Now, we all know about the Soy Dog Foundation, and no, that is that's not the soy dog that's in the stream occasionally. That's the Soy Dog Cowboy. But there is the Soy Dog Foundation, and I'm going to give you the link real quick. Just because if you're here and that happens, something happens, you have a way to help. There you go. Let's see here. If you want to adopt a dog, make a donation, volunteer, or simply learn more about the people helping Thailand's stray dogs, check out the following organizations. I'm going to put the link to this page as well. They are a real problem, Jannar. I don't know. I mean, if you don't know, they are a huge problem here. Big problem. And, you know, I'll tell you, when our dog Odie was sick and we tried to get him put down, they did not want to put him down because of Buddhism and the religious aspect of things. They didn't want to put him down. They wanted nature to take its course. And you know, I understand that, but man, it was rough to see that. I was happy for him once he passed away because I didn't want him to suffer. So, anyway, I'll tell you what, now, around noontime now, Starbucks is almost completely full. It's packed almost every day, or every day that I'm here. And I'm in the mall. I come here a lot less than I used to. I'm here maybe 2-3 times a week. And in Starbucks, even less than that, because just don't have the desire to come here and have a coffee and pay as much as I'm paying for a coffee here. Yeah, the best beaches are in Florida, for sure. And Hawaii, yes. Anyway, listen, please. If you have not checked out my website at AmericanInBangkok.com, it is still undergoing some changes. And I also have another one, They Call Me Farang, TheyCallMeFarang.com, which will soon be a member site. But go to AmericanInBangkok.com and put some new stuff up as far as related to Thailand and building the site. But I've got a lot of merch up right now. Now through Sunday night at 12 o'clock, Bangkok time, you can take 20% off of anything on the site. That's coffee, t-shirts, coffee mugs. Shipping for coffee is free inside the United States. It only ships in the United States. But You get 20% off now. So that's as good as it's going to get. Not going to get any better than that. So check it out. See if you like anything. And there's new stuff being added all the time. And where am I going this week? What am I doing? There are some places that there is an old place in Lat Krabang that I may go to on Sunday or Monday. Probably Monday, I'm not sure. Sunday or Monday. If I don't go there, then I'll go probably next week. I'll go to Sarni's, the new Sarni's. I'll go to Minbury again. There's a place that I want to check out, but I'm going to put the video up first. And then there's still the Meklong, Talat Meklong, which is the Meklong market, which is the train market. I still want to go there. It's been a long, long time since I've been there. I'm trying to get my wife to go with me, but you know, with Songkran coming up, I'm either going to leave and go somewhere on like Monday and split, and she's going to go with, or we're going to go somewhere after Songkran. I'm not sure. That's a little more likely, but there are some places we're looking into, so, and they should be cool. Should be very cool. Cool places. I don't want to go any place that's not cool. You know, it takes away from my own coolness. So, there you go. Another one in the can. Let's see here. Man, this place is filling up quick, huh? I was gonna wait and then go across the street. But yeah, I don't know. Go over to Happy Land. Andy, take care. Take it easy. I'm sure you'll be back soon. I wear a banana hammock. Oof. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I have not been to Hawaii ever. And I lived in California, and I always thought I can go there anytime I want. It's only a couple $100. It was like $350 round trip for the airline ticket. Well, that's what I'm saying, Spaceman. If I'm going somewhere, it's got to be cool. So I have to make sure the standards are up to my coolness level. The little video I have coming up, it's about 14 minutes that I have coming up. It's kind of a cool video, and it just happened when I was stumbling around Minbury, and yeah, I think you guys will like it. I think I'm starting to get back into the groove of making the videos again, and I've got some more videos from Chumpon coming up, at least 2 or 3, and so it feels pretty good, and I want to go some other places now, so keep watching. Hit that like button, please, if you haven't done so already. Oh shit, I'm running low on my battery. What's the deal? No, I'm not running low. Oh, low on my phone. Hopefully the sound is better. Let me do something here. I want to try something here. All right. So now I've got the iPhone without a mic on it. And that's because the battery's going dead. I want to charge the battery on my phone, but I do like using the mic. I noticed a big difference when I was riding the electric boat. Huge difference. You don't notice it so much until there's some external noise, some real external noise, like wind. Fruit Punch stream was very fun, and Riley stream too. Well, believe me, Riley was a lot of fun. Riley, Cowlock was fun. And what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start going there and getting hammered. I'm going to start going to some of these beaches and getting hammered. I'm going to get hammered. I don't mean I'm going to drink, you know, a lot of beer or anything, but I'm going to get myself a mojito or 3, a beer or 3, and stumble around for a while. I'm going to start having some more fun. Well, the old lady will drink a beer with me. She doesn't drink much at all, but there are some places I want to go. Well, I went to Riley, Gennaro, you know that. I went to Krabi. I went to Cowlock. I went to Cowlock. It was Cowlock, damn it. I always get them mixed up, Cowlock. Where else? No, Phuket. I went to Phuket. The wife wants to go to Phuket in June, and I'm like, why? What's the big deal, you know? But okay, if she wants to go there, once you go to James Bond Island, you've been there. I've been there, done that. It's no big deal. It's not a big deal, James Bond Island. It's the environment you're in and the islands. That's what's nice. But you can see that. There's a lot of places you can view that. You don't always have to go to James Bond Island. No, Kamal. I don't know about Kamal Beach. I don't think so. My wife knows some pretty high-end places in Phuket. She used to handle some big hotels there, and so I'm not worried about. I always let her take care of everything like that. Listen, Andrew, I know you always say this. Stay here for 30 fucking years and then tell me that, all right? You've been here for what, 2 years? I mean, come on. It's a wonderful place, no doubt. And I'm feeling better about it now because I'm finding I've been really researching hard some places to go, and there are a lot of places to go, but I'm looking for a place to go where I want to be there and I want to stay there, and I want it to be my second home, my home away from home, my place to go and get away from everything. Calcut was nice, but the thing with that is that we were there in a resort that was like $600, $500, $600 a night. We got treated, I mean, fantastically. I don't know that if I went there again, I will have the same feeling. And so for me, I think I don't want to go with the same expectations. Well, I'm not doubting what you say. What I'm saying is that, and I've said this many times to you, and I don't know if it sinks in. And that is that there are some fantastic things about this place. Yes, and if you are traveling, especially if you don't need to stay in one place or you want to leave you can leave whenever you want. Okay, it's a great place. It's one of the better places to go as a tourist. If you're an expat, it is also a great place to live. But there are indeed negatives. So don't ever think that This place is flawless. Batang. There's Batam and what is it? Batam and Batang. I don't know about those places, Gennaro. I'd rather go. There is a place near Bali where you can go, and I don't remember the name of it, but there was a volcano there, and you can go hiking there. I want to go to that area. And there's another area I have to look on the map where this chick said you can go, and it's like there's like 10 bungalows on the whole island. It's just one island that you can like walk across in like 5 minutes. And they use salt water to flush the toilets. They have all the food is brought in, like on a daily basis, so that they make sure you get fresh food and everything. The fish is caught right out there in front of the place, and you can go skin diving, scuba diving, whatever you want. But I'm getting older, man. I don't want to be traveling back and forth nearly as much. This train trip that I took was good. I like taking the train because it's very slow and I can just chill, relax. I listen to some music. I talk to some people. I listen to some music. I look on my phone, watch a movie, whatever it is. I do whatever the hell I want. I don't like the whole flying thing so much because you're flying for 2 or 3 hours, and yet it still takes about 2 or 3 hours before the flight and at least an hour after the flight to get out of the place, to get your stuff, so it's almost like it's the same period of time, or a little bit less, and it's just not as, first, I gotta make sure that I can get back into Thailand and it's just like it used to be. I don't want to go through the bullshit of having to make sure that I'm okay to get back in. I can either get in, yes or no. Can you just fly back in with your visa? Yes, okay, no problem. I would like to go to Papua New Guinea. I've been to the Philippines a million times. Yeah, I mean, it might be fun, but if I did, I'd go with my wife. I would rather go to America, visit my family. I don't want to go there. I don't have any desire to go there, Gennaro. No offense. Kopayam. Yeah, that was where I was gonna go when I went to Koh Chang. That is the island right next to Kopayam in the south. There are actually 3 Koh Changs, but this one is in the south, and it was fabulous. Great place. I loved it. And I like that place, but it's not really like you can live there. Samui is a place maybe you could live. But I haven't been there in, I don't know, 8 years, 10 years. I haven't been to Samui. The last time I went there, I went to a full moon party. I went to a boxing event, and with the ring right on the beach, and it was fantastic. Great time. Yeah, I really don't want to go to North Korea. I don't care what Chuck says. Chuck is, everything is beautiful. I don't look at it that way. I try to look at things for how it really is. Everything is not beautiful. The people are not always so nice, and they love you so much. I don't look at it that way. I'd like to go to Poland. I'd still like to go there. But there's no way in hell I'll get the money that I need to go and do that. And my buddy's already gone from there. Now it's quite a bit more dangerous. The stakes are a little bit higher. I'd actually like to go to Latvia. That's where I'd like to go. But I'm married. I don't know that I want to go there, man. A lot of beautiful women there. There's a lot of a lot of places to go. And for now, I'm going to stick here. Croatia, great. Yeah. Ecuador. Portugal, Ecuador and Portugal. For me, number one and number two after the United States and Indonesia. I like Indonesia. I probably like Indonesia. I don't want to say best of all because I'm very comfortable here in Thailand. I don't speak any Indonesian. But I really like the vibe down in Bali on the beach. I really like the vibe. It's much, I think it's a bit more real than some places in Thailand, like Pattaya, where it's, if you, like you speak the language and people, they're like, oh my God. And it's like, wait a minute, this is a town full of people who are expats. Why would you not, yeah, let's do Bali. I'm up for Bali, man. Listen, I would probably live in Bali. That is a place I would live. Ecuador, maybe. Portugal, maybe. But Bali, yes, I would live there. Apparently, it's a little bit more difficult. I don't know because I haven't looked at the specifics for quite some time. I knew a guy who was living there, but I have lost touch with that guy for many years now. But he was married to an Indonesian woman, and he lived there. And I actually talked to the wife about it. I said, come on, let's go again. Because I said, why didn't you like Bali? And she said, I did like Bali. I said, no, you said you didn't really like it. She goes, I was there for work. She said, but when we were out and about, and, we had her and I had some really good times that we didn't show in video and all that other stuff. I didn't show, but we had a great time there, and it was fantastic. I mean, we were waking up at 5 in the morning on our days off, and yeah, it was really cool. I don't know if I want to go to Madagascar, and I have a viewer who wrote me, and he lives there. I know a guy who lives in Madagascar. I would live there, but Sri Lanka right now is in the midst of a fuel crisis. They're having a major ordeal. My buddy is there, Steve, the guy Steve's Kitchen. He's there right now, and he is not very happy about how things are going. He likes it there, but right now is not a good time to be there. If I was to go to a place where I didn't really want to go and do something like go to the Congo or go to Central African Republic, I would probably go to Mozambique or all the way over to the other side. And I don't remember the name of let me see here, map of Africa. Can't remember the name of the country, but let me see here. Not Ghana. Not Maldives. I want to go to places that I like to go to places that aren't predominantly tourism driven. I know Thailand is, but I don't want to go to Nigeria. I would go to Malta. I'd like to go to Malta. I'd like to go back to France. I went to Cannes. That was fantastic. Chuck's been to Galapagos Islands. I don't know that I'd want to be there because, first of all, it's quite expensive, and I don't have the desire to do something like that. I just don't give a shit about the Galapagos. I don't care about turtles. I mean, I know I should, but I would prefer to go somewhere in Africa where I'm watching lions and or even in India, they have lions, the Gur lions. I wouldn't mind going to the part of Africa or the part of India that has the Gur lions. I wouldn't mind going there. Been to Canada, done that. Been there, done that. I went to a really cool place in Canada the last time I've been there. And yeah, People have no money, no fuel. It's not a good place right now. It's not a good place to go. You're naming all these places. I'm never going to get to all these places. It's not going to happen because I don't feel like traveling all that much. I want to travel. I'm not like Chuck, where Chuck wants to go and travel to a place. He wants to travel to a place and stay there for 2 or 3 days, and then go to another place and stay there for 2 or 3 days, and then go to another place. I don't want to do that. I prefer to go to one place. I've been to Kathmandu. I went with Chuck. We were there for, I don't know, 8 days or something, 7 days. And that was fun. Tibet, yes, I would go. I've been to Nepal, Gennaro. I like Nepal a lot. If I was a single guy, I'd probably live there. Just for the adventure. If I had a nice chunk of cash where I could, you know. How many times have I been to Myanmar? Fucking 20? Myanmar's not a good place to go right now. But I've been there many times, and I've been there when it was not a good place to go. And I've had some wonderful experiences there. I've been to Bangladesh, been there, done that. Russia was very nice when I went, Dowlo. I went twice to Russia. I went once to Moscow and stayed in Moscow the entire time for about a week. And then I went once to Yekaterinburg, and I was there for like 8 days. And that was fantastic. I was staying, they put me up in a beautiful hotel. Only thing was it was colder than hell. It was very, very cold there. There was snow everywhere. I don't want to go any of those places. I just was in New York City a few years ago. All right, let me see here. Not the Ivory Coast. Senegal, Sierra Leone, Gambia, Angola. Yeah, I like to go to all those places. Mozambique, Kenya. I like to go to all those places. Maybe one day, you know. I always end up going to more places than I expect. So I saw some model type Russian women in Yekaterinburg, and they were stunning. I really wish I could have streamed from there, but I wasn't doing that at the time. They were okay, Andy Graham. They were very nice. They were polite. They spoke good English, and they were smoking. They were, you know. I had a good time there. I'd like to go to Dubai, but only if I had ample funds. You know, you don't want to go to Dubai if you don't have much money. I went there. I was there for the day. I was there for the day, and I bought like a bunch of things. I bought like a Boss shirt and a belt and shoes and just all kinds of shit. I spent more money than I wanted to, but I had some money then. Renegade, where are you now? Are you no longer in Vietnam? You're in Miami, or you're telling me Miami? Miami is where I come from. Miami is where I was born. Why are you in Tennessee? Not that Tennessee, there's anything wrong with Tennessee. Tennessee is a nice place. I like Tennessee. People talk like this. Some of them do. My wife always loves it when I bring out the southern drawl. I like to go to Australia just because I want to see great whites and because I want to see salties and I like to I like to tootle around a bit, see a few people there, you know. Seeing my family. Malta, yes. For sure I'd like to go to Malta. It's good to see your family. I wish I could see mine. I mean, I can, but the wife and I, we're like, we gotta all go together. I think at this stage, a lot of times we're gonna be traveling just her and I. Because Alex is almost at the point where he's going to be interning. He doesn't have any flexibility. Another couple of months and he'll be interning and working and going to school for his last year in college. And Nicholas is on his own and he's busy. And Nicholas has a girlfriend. Let's see here. So, you know, they've got their own things going on, you know. I'll take you to a great Thai restaurant, I know. Well, that's great. I'll always go for the Thai food. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is walk across the street. I'm going to walk across the street and I'm going to get some food. I don't know how much cash I got. I think I got plenty. At least, yeah, I got plenty to have a meal across the street. You guys can come with me. I don't stream that much anymore, so I feel good. And now the mall is open, so I can go right up the escalator and go across the street. And I got my gimbal on. It's fully charged. So I'm ready to eat. Let me start putting this stuff away. And we'll get out of here. You know how many people I've met now? I mean, I can't even keep track of everybody that I've met from YouTube, and people have come over here. And some of the people, you know, they keep in touch all the time, and I talk to them all the time. And then some, you know, they're busy living their own lives. This is what happens with people. I mean, you know, think about it. A lot of people with their kids, they don't talk to their kids every day. They don't talk to their kids every week even. They talk to them once a month or, you know, sometimes less than that. But hopefully not with our family. But, you know, it just happens. And I always tell myself, YouTube, despite as, you know, as important as I'd like to think I am, there are a lot more important things than watching some guy on YouTube, that's me, talk a bunch of smack or, you know, read stuff or show people someplace. There's a lot more important stuff in life. All right, I don't need this. And by the way, Duke Nukem wrote me and said, I spend too much time. He's not the first person to tell me this. I spend way too much time on YouTube. I'm getting off. I closed my YouTube account or something. I forget what he wrote. But some people, they just get sick of it, and I understand it. Believe me. I'm really sick of Facebook and Instagram, and I'm sick of all of it. And with YouTube, I mean, yeah, it's a platform. It's a platform to put your videos, to live stream and everything like that. And in that regard, it's great. Can't complain at all, man. Who would have thought that there would be some platform where you could watch pretty much whatever you want, whenever you want, at any time of the day, and for free, pretty much for free, I mean, when you think about that, it's pretty incredible. So let me get going. I'm gonna walk across the street and go grab some food. All right, 40 people watching, 40 thumbs up. I love it. It's great. All right, let me see how I can shut this down here. I guess I'm just gonna have to close it, put it in here. Boom. It's that simple. But you know what? I tell you guys something. And I still don't think I'm all that good at it, but I do like it. I do like the editing process, and that is that when you do a stream, when you do a stream, you don't have to edit anything really. It's very easy. Just it's like I just think, oh, there's people that I'm talking to. That's all you got to do. And you walk around, you find interesting stuff, or you try to find interesting stuff. And in that regard, it's very easy. But I do like videos because you have some kind of creativity that you can infuse into whatever you're shooting. All right, let's get out of here. Bye-bye. Should I throw these out for her? I will, just to be nice. And I don't have my mask on, which I'm gonna need. Trash. Here's my mask. See this music? Not my kind of music. I don't remember this kind of music playing when I was, 16 years old. At least it wasn't playing on my radio. Remember the radio? People actually listened to the radio. Or popped in an 8-track tape, or put on an album. Could just go to the food court here, but that doesn't have as much character. See what I can do this way. You might mistake this for a place back home. Look at this, 2 masks, diapers, face shields. SkyTrain. Slowly but surely they're making progress. I know that's what I always say, but they're working on it. You guys hear me all right? Want to make sure the messages are still coming in. Anybody? See, they're working on it. I don't know why there is a little glitch where the messages don't come through. I don't know why. Hang on a second. Loud and clear, okay. Oh, God. Make me laugh. Oh, those donuts smell so good, huh? Breakfast of the champions. Coconut girl. She's been there lately. No idea what I'm going to eat today. I want to keep it simple. This is not the Mall Bangkok. This is Happy Land, but yeah, the Mall Bangkok is picking up. This is Happy Land Center. This place is like a, how do I say it nicely? Low end. It's the only way I know how to say it. Here's your Coconut Grove straight up ahead, but I'm not getting anything to drink from there. That looks good, but cannot. Pretty dead right now. This guy's got the GoPro or whatever it is on his helmet. I noticed that the guy that sews, he's not here anymore. All right. Got to get past this security guy here. For some reason, some of them don't like me recording here. Ooh. Look at that. Chicken, fish, pork, fruit, always plenty of fruit. Happy Land, yes. Very happy. Very happy at Happy Land. I think I know what I'm gonna get. I'll tell you what, I'll take you a little walk around. All this is pre-made stuff. Which I don't eat. Vitio. They used to have the cow guy. Which I guess they still do. That's pretty good stuff. But I don't feel like having it right now. This one right here. This is what? Cow soy. นื้อ ออบ. This one. Cow soy. นื้อ ออบ. It's beef. It's very good. It's like a braised beef. It's quite good. ข้าวหมกไก่ หมัก ข้าวหมักไก่ทอด ข้าวหมักเนื้อ Khao Kluk Kapi. Oh, they got Khao Kluk Kapi here. Khao Kluk Kapi. Khao Kluk Kapi Kai Tod. Khao Kluk Kapi Nua Ob. I don't know if this is Muslim stall or not. Soup Nua. Soup Hang. Wow. Why? No op. Chinla. I might have to come back to this place. This place has got some good stuff too. Khao Kapao Kai. Khao Kapao Nua. Maybe. I want noodles. I don't think I want noodles. I don't want sushi. I don't want kapi. I don't want soup. So what are we gonna get? Oh, they don't have the sushi out today. Usually they have sushi. This lady's always good, but I don't really want that today. Ain't gonna find no pizza here, man. No pizza here. I think I'm gonna go. I think this will be a little more dry. I don't know what I want. I like the yellow rice. I'm getting picky right now. I'm finicky because I know I can have either one. There's always a lot of people over there. But that's because it's very good. No problem. Let's see here. Khao Kamu. Khao Kamu Dang. Khao Mu Sai Tung. Rap God. You can have Rap God if you want. No problem. My wife gets this stuff sometimes, brings it home. Yeah, there's no likeliness of that there, Gennaro. I gotta hurry up because people are gonna start coming here real soon. Ran Fatima Kong Wang. Do I want this? I mean, this guy's good, but I actually do want this. That's not gonna happen. Not here. Can't take you anywhere, Gennaro. I don't know what this guy's putting together for them. You know, he does cook a lot of the stuff right to order. Just not the pork. They're getting this all takeaway. That's it. One box. Khắp khả mu là có xay mu crab ด้วยอ่ะ Looks pretty good to me. This guy makes it good, man. I can't resist it when I come here. I could have had the chicken, but I want this. A lot of these places are shut. I don't know if they just haven't opened yet or what the deal is, but it doesn't seem all that busy for 11:30. Cop. First, he puts a nice, healthy scoop of rice on there. Then he takes off the meat or the vegetables, then the meat, then the fat. Cuts that up. Then he grabs some meat. No por you. Oh yeah, good stuff. And he slices off the fat. That knife must be really sharp. Throws that on top. He knows I want the pork belly. Like 5 pieces, I think. I'll take that big slab. God, that looks good, doesn't it? May not look good, but it tastes good. Maybe 7. It gives me 7, I think. Yeah. Oh, they're not wrapping these up in they're not wrapping them up in tin foil now, or saran wrap. Popcorn. Plenty of places to sit. Great shit. Look at that. How good is that? Oh, yeah. Doesn't that look good? Oh, you can't beat this, man. If you're on the keto, the only thing, take the rice away. But look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh. Eat your heart out, Longhorns. So crunchy. Oh man. Oh, I got my water in there. Forgot all about that. Drink that up. One more piece of, look at this one. How much do you think this cost? This was about $1.99. $65 baht. I think it was 45 baht plus 20 baht for the pork. Oh my God. So good, look at that. Like what you see? I'm your virtual tour guide, food tour guide. We're going to, what do you call it? A food tour. Of course they do. There's hot dogs everywhere here. They don't want to eat them the same way we do, though. Go into 7-Eleven, you can get a hot dog. And they'll ask you, do you want to get it? Do you want it chopped up, and we cook it, chop it up, and put it in a bag or in a cup? Auntie Anne's sells really good hot dogs. They wrap some of them in pretzels. I haven't had one in ages, but they're really good. Tasty. Yeah, I think that's the one, that renegade that was just talking. I don't know. Don't really remember, to be honest. All right, here comes the fatty part. Look at that. I don't know why the light seems to be so bad. Really good. This is you can't go wrong with this. You want flavor. You get soft, you get crunchy, you get mushy, you get all kinds, you get firm meat. That's so good. That's heaven. No egg. I don't even know if I don't think this guy has egg with his. That's really good. I mean, we had some, I don't know what the hell it's called, but you know, kebabs and hummus and some other stuff from here, and it wasn't very good. Longhorns came here, and we all went. Me, my wife, my kids, my mother, my sister, her kids. We all went out to this Lebanese place and had a great meal with hummus and all kinds of other, kebabs, you name it. Dolma. But this place here, it's all frozen, so it's not that good. But this stuff was fantastic. The food is one of the many positives of Thailand. Look at that. I think that is the orangest hair I've ever seen in my life. Or pink, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Good stuff. Man, absolutely the best. Hey, where's the cats and coffee guy? I haven't been here in a while, huh? Yeah, and I'd probably get somebody pissed off. I don't really want to do that. I want to eat. They probably want to eat, or he wants to eat. So good. It's the best meal I've had in a few days. Best tasting. Oh. The trick is to beat the rush. No seconds. I may have another coffee. At my old hangout. That was khao kham mu, which is rice with meat from the pork leg, pig's leg. Mu sam trans, which is 3-layered pork, which is the pork belly. Very, very good. So good. If I was at home, I'd pour this in a bowl and just enjoy it, just like I'm enjoying it here. But I'd probably have more. Let's go see here. I take a bath in it like Jim Leahy from Trailer Park Boys. He takes a bath in the, I think it was gin or vodka. Good stuff. Man, that was really, really good. I mean, when I have had Thai from the lady straight ahead, or that's you, like when Andy came, I had this with Andy. I got this because I didn't think one of the dishes was good enough. I didn't think it was spectacular enough. It was quite good. This was quite good. This is when you have a Thai meal that's like, this is like you know, an everyday kind of meal, nothing like extravagant. I stopped short of calling it peasant food, you know, like beef and potatoes in a stew or something. But for a daily meal like this, it really hit the spot. Really, really good, really tasty. So let's get out of here. I got about 10 minutes left, so. We're gonna get out of this joint. Oh, you should miss Thailand. If you're gonna miss Thailand for anything, I mean, you can miss it for the women, but miss it for the food, because the food is so good. Oh yeah. Oh, they moved the coffee shop from over here. There was a coffee shop right over here, and it's gone now. And this Bonjour has some good stuff. Well, I envy you. That's nice. I remember those days. Long ago. They put the water back in this. They took the water out. There's no fish in here now. And they filled it up again. Here now, they want to sit in here and relax. There's somebody in here, awesome. They come in here and relax for the air conditioning, you know. What do you cup? Call special S-Lon cup. All right, here we go. shit. You know what? I should sit over here. Nothing like no, you don't. Believe me, you don't. You don't want 10 girlfriends. You know what a headache that'd be? Jesus Christ. It's a headache, believe me. I can see 5, 7. More than that, if you ain't paying them all, they're a hassle. It's a huge hassle. Yeah, the cheesecake they have here, not so good. All right, Dallo, you take it easy, huh? No, I got a Stroop waffle. Dutch caramel Stroop waffle. I like these because they're light. They go good with coffee. Long ago when I first came here, how can I say this? I don't want to get myself in trouble. In 1 month, Andrew, what is 10 times 10? That was fun. By the end of the month, it wasn't fun anymore. Ten Thai girls at the same time, you're bound to have problems. You're bound to have issues. Jesus Christ. Even if you are paying them, there's going to be problems. Be a bit of a headache. Not only that, it's going to cost you one way or the other. You got that much money? Okay, good. If you don't, you better find 10 girls who just want you to serve them fried rice or something. Go to some little hole in the wall, and that's their date. That's not going to happen most of the time. You look at the fun. I look at the realities. It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And I think it's good to sow your oats. But no going in, it can be problematic. This place is the same as before. You know, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was streaming here, and this is 3-4 years ago where this wasn't a wall. This was open, and you just walked next door, and there was I guess they owned a little restaurant. They ran a little restaurant right next door. Long gone now. Pretty quiet. tastes like, my coffee tastes better at home than this. About the same. Same quality. The coffee I have online is quite a bit better. Seriously. It's all fresh roasted. It's amongst the, well, it is the freshest coffee you can get, but it's quite good. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Appreciate it. Nobody said they weren't fun, but when you have 10 of them, they'll be fun for a couple of days, and after a while, it will become a headache. Believe me. You know how I know? Because I've been there and I've done that. And it's not like, you know, I don't know how to get a handle on the situation, or if you have a handle on the situation, everything will go smoothly. Maybe it will, but chances are, no matter how good you are with women, how smooth you are with them, how you finesse them, whether you pay them or not, it's still going to be a hassle. Once they get past the, you know, I'm on my best behavior, that's it. It's over. So, good luck for you. Have a good time. At least if you're going to do that, make sure you have some fun before any problems arise. Anyway, please keep watching. I appreciate it. Smash that like button. Keep smashing that like button. Let's see if we can hit 50 thumbs up. At least 50. Should be able to do that. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. And I will see you when I see you, which should be in a couple of days. 2-3 days. So, thank you very much. Like I said, don't forget to smash the like button. And thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you for all those who contributed and who continue to contribute. I appreciate it. You guys make it possible. Yes, everybody have a good day. Thank you. Have a good day. Choke D, all that good stuff. Visit my website. And I think even better times are coming for Thailand. But it's just going to take a little bit more time. Got to just be patient a little bit. It sucks, but that's the way it goes. I think in the next 3-4 months. So I'll be off by a couple of months, but I'm glad to say that it does look like things are changing. And I'll tell you what, it does look like when I go out now, aside from the mask, wearing a mask inside, to me, everything is almost normal. When you go walk down on the beach, when I was at the beach in Chongpon, nobody's wearing a mask. Nobody gave a shit. I'm walking around the hotel. Nobody's got a mask on. Nobody cares. All right, so once you're here, it is a little bit different than what you see, and it's just going to get better. So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, all right? Choke D, all that good stuff.